So let's talk a second about what the fuck is going on Reddit, man. Like what the hell? Like Reddit has become so unusable. Like you get blocked from basically any forum. Like even I got blocked from like pics r/pics because like I said something against communism. Oh, can't look at funny pictures anymore, or you can look at them, you just can't talk about them. Like it's insane. Like a real good example is this forum called r/late stage capitalism, which I would love to talk about that. I live in late stage capitalism. I'm an American in 2025. I am definitely deep into the late stage capitalism at this point. It's a favorite topic of mine, but there's one forum for it, and I can't talk about it. Why? Because I disagreed with the Communist Party, so I got banned, blocked, banned, whatever you want to call it, from r/late stage capitalism. I wrote some kind of comment that the Communist Party didn't like, and it is the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, that's running these mods are CCP agents. Absolutely no doubt about it. Like the propaganda is getting ramped up on Reddit.com big time. You go on there and it's just straight up Chinese propaganda at this point. But I said something, anti-communist or whatever, or disagreed, not even anti, just disagreed with something a communist said. And next thing you know, not only am I like, I got a temporary ban, and then as soon as I got the temporary ban, like on my phone, I got brought into like a fucking meeting with like these mods of the forum, like a chat, who are obviously communist agents, no doubt about it. And I know that sounds fucking crazy, but go on there, try it. Go on to r/late stage capitalism and try to say something anti-communist and see what happens to you. I got brought into a freaking chat with like a bunch of fucking communists, and they're like, "What's your political beliefs? What's your feelings on democratic socialism? What's your feelings on communism? Blah 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 blah." I like interrogated, like straight up fucking interrogated. I'm like, well, like I kind of like socialism. Socialism's got some good points. Capitalism has some good points. I don't really think we should just be one or the other. I think we need to have like a mix of the two. Like there are some things that are socialism that are good, like safety nets for people, unemployment benefits, food stamps, health care, things like these. These are great socialist programs. The United States Army, one of the biggest socialist programs out there. People say like Trump is Trump's not a socialist. He's an anti-socialist. I'm like, he's beefing up the army. I mean, he's cutting their budget, but he's making new contracts, getting better weapons, and taking the army out for a little test ride. The United States Army is like the biggest socialism program in the United States. I mean, it's not a private army. It's the government's army. That's socialism. But I'm like, but as far as communism goes, no, I don't like that at all. I think Marx is an idiot and propagandist and all this stuff. I'm like, he's a bullshit artist. He's made up all of his facts and figures in his book. I read Das Kapital. Hell yeah, I did. I'm an informed citizen, man. I got to see what everybody's opinion is. That's what I'm about. I want to know what everybody's opinion is and argue with them to see if they can give me some information that I don't have. And that's all I was doing. But next thing you know, I'm like permabanned from r/late stage capitalism because I'm not a communist. Only communists are allowed to talk in a lot of the Reddit forums, and like stupid shit like r/comics, where people talk about comics. that little people draw little comics, and if you criticize the message in the comic, if it's a if it's a pro-communism, anti-capitalism comic, and you say something, banned, you're banned. I don't think they probably would ban you for posting a pro capitalism freaking comic on there. I'm sure I wouldn't know because I'm banned. I'm banned from r/comics for not being a communist. Reddit has been taken over by the Chinese state through the mod system. It's really scary shit, dude. I don't know if you've noticed it. If you've noticed it, go ahead, leave a comment below talking about your story. If you haven't noticed it, go on there and mess around and find out. That would be my opinion. If you think I'm crazy and full of shit, write that in the comments. I don't care, because YouTube is the only place where you can have a discussion these days. That's what it's come down to. All the social media, text dialogue in 2025 is freaking dead. It's dead. I mean, like, I just went on about Reddit, but I mean, Twitter, yes, okay, so whatever, Elon Musk bought Twitter, changed the name to X, blah, 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 which, sort of is a good thing, because they had the same problem with communists blocking shit on Twitter before Elon bought it. But now if you don't have a blue check mark, well, I might as well be screaming out into my backyard, because ain't nobody gonna see it, ain't nobody gonna listen, ain't nobody gonna reply on X unless you pay money. I mean, that's like the capitalist platform now, and even if you like capitalism, if you ain't got money, you ain't a good capitalist. I mean, I guess that's how that works. And as far as Facebook goes, man, who wants to discuss anything on Facebook with anybody? I mean, those are my friends. I don't want to argue with politics with my friends. That's why I left Facebook.com or Meta or whatever it's called now. I don't even know. 10 years ago now, I was like, you know what? Fuck Facebook. I'm done with it. Because I don't want to have fights with my friends. Because, if we were face to face sitting down at a bar, and we might get into a fucking heated comic, dialogue about politics or whatever, but whatever, we'd have some beers and we see each other face to face, but Facebook, you start getting in these heated arguments. Next thing you know, people don't want to be friends anymore. So I don't even use Facebook. That's unusable. Like 4chan. 4chan isn't anonymous anymore. They say anon. Fucking, they got all your information, man. They're like, oh, you're using you try to log in anonymously to 4chan, you're like, oh, you're using a VPN. Well, we can't let you in here. What's your mother's maiden name? Like, how is that anonymous? You know what I mean? I mean, these other, I forget what the name of the chats. They're all dead now. These little local anonymous chats, fucking Zebra or Socks or whatever the fuck they're called. They're all tied to your phone number because they're, just talk to random local people, blah, 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 blah. That's just the FBI. Come on, man. Like, who are we fucking kidding? And Instagram, I post stuff on Instagram about, like, my farm and my garden and stuff, hoping to attract some attention from my business. But, like, Instagram has basically become porn. At this point, it's just softcore porn and advertising for, PG-13 advertising for fucking OnlyFans at this point. Like, Instagram's a fucking joke and a half. I don't even open that app anymore. I don't know. So it's YouTube. That's it. That's all. The only time I ever get into like a genuine discussion with people that isn't a flame war or all of a sudden banned or friendships blowing up, or just shouting at the void, it's YouTube. It's in the YouTube comments. So, you know what? Go ahead. Leave some comments. Have a discussion. Enjoy yourselves. because it's all we got left at this point. Um, I don't know. And that's Google. Like, we can trust them, but right now it's all we got. So, anyway, thanks for listening on YouTube. Talk to you later.